invite Arette Davis from Orlando Tech, Zach Leatherman from Nebraska JS, Jeff Mizell, a Presidential Innovation Fellow with U.S. Census, and Aaron Price from NJ Tech.
How's it going? Come on, we can do better than that. How you guys doing? All right. And hello to my family and friends at home from New Jersey. My name is Aaron Price. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the founder of the New Jersey Tech Meetup. I started this group 5 years ago. Actually, almost to the day this Sunday marks the 5th year anniversary when I launched that group. Thinking originally that it might be 20 of us. I'd let you clap if I had more time, but he's going to kill me. And there would be 20 of us in a room just sharing ideas and war stories about our startup experiences. And here we are 5 years later, and it's grown into the state's largest technology entrepreneurship group. That graph on your left there shows the actual growth of our membership base. And it's opened my eyes to the power of community and some of the amazing things that can happen when you bring entrepreneurs and technologists together. So I want to share a little bit about what I've learned there. We meet monthly, by the way, at the Stevens Institute of Technology in Hoboken, where our format is 30 minutes of networking, three startups present, and then we hear from a speaker, generally some tech luminary, people like Scott Heiferman and others you've probably heard of, with our goal to help people meet one another and to learn something, inspire and be inspired. And so first, from a community standpoint, when Hurricane Sandy slammed the state of New Jersey, and where I'm from in Hoboken, we wanted to do something to give back. And so inspired by the Jersey Shore Tech Meetup, where they launched a crowdfunding campaign, we did the same thing. And I got about a dozen volunteers together, and in the matter of 48 hours, we launched a crowdfunding campaign called Heal Hoboken, where we sold t-shirts and hoodies, and in just a week raised over $32,000 to give back to people whose lives were devastated by this storm. And so that was a really amazing thing that was much greater than technology and a great way to give back. I've also learned a lot about what it means to be part of the startup ecosystem. And one thing, as we've talked about today, is the need for space. And so along with some peers at the meetup, we recruited a local real estate developer and started Hoboken's first co-working space called Mission 50, which is thriving and actually just raised some more capital to open additional space. So that was another very proud moment for our group and also a necessary requirement for what we see as the legs of the stool for what makes a strong startup ecosystem. And so thinking with that in mind, I think of the startup ecosystem as having not just community, which I think is very important, like we're representing here today, but also space, investment capital, a talent, and a strong press behind the ecosystem. And those things are growing, but a little bit immature where we are in New Jersey. And we live in the shadow of New York. And so I hear all the time, what the heck's going on in New Jersey, and who cares? Which is a little frustrating. I'm guessing that's something that may resonate with some of the people in this room. And so I feel really strongly that there is a lot going on outside of the fantastic hubs of New York and San Francisco and maybe Boston and some others. I'm sure there's people here who would extend that range. But that there's actually technology is a very democratizing tool. And so there's so much going on around the entire country. And so a few of us got together and we're actually launching today something called themapped.com. The Mapped helps answer that question of what's going on with technology in my backyard. So if you're an individual, if you're a startup, if you're an investor, if you're a space, if you're a school, you can pin yourself to this map to help answer that question of what's going on in your backyard. And maybe you can find some people to work on your ideas or grab coffee or talk about your potentially crazy startup ideas. And so I invite you guys all to pin yourselves to the map. I'm going to try to see if we can spread the word and expose your communities in the process. Because with the New Jersey Tech Meetup and with themapped.com, we believe that home is where your startup is. Thank you.
David, come on up. I know you have a few thoughts for us before we go on to our next phase.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure everyone in this room was like, oh, I got an idea, I got this, I got that. A couple things I thought of. First off, just completely, I've been hoping for themapped.com. We've been talking about all these places, these federal places we have that we'd love to know where they are, but where is everything, from physical spaces like Fab Labs and tech stops and all those places we could be meeting, shared spaces, so love it.